Hello everybody, welcome to the Phantom Phoenix Tarot. In today's reading we're going to be asking, what are your strengths? And we have a pick a card reading today. Pile number 1 I have is the Mystical Medleys Tarot with the Coffee Calcite. I don't know if you can see it. And then we have the Fountain Tarot with this Jasper Heart. And we have the Light Seers Tarot with this adorable sleeping fox. So I will give you a few minutes to go ahead and pick your pile, whichever one you resonate with, and then we'll get started in your reading. All right, for everybody who picked pile number 1 with the Coffee Calcite, this will be your reading. And we're asking today, what are your strengths? So let's go ahead and get a couple cards here. So what are your strengths? And this is a timeless reading, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. As always, just make sure that the message resonates. If it doesn't sound quite right, or it just doesn't feel right, then go ahead and pick another pile. Or if that doesn't feel right, maybe try a different reader. But let's see what we have today for pile number 1. All right, so we have the King of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of Oracle cards today. So we're going to be using the Moonology Oracle deck. See, what are your greatest strengths? We have the Gibbous Moon. You are very close to achieving your goal. So with the King of Cups is, as you can see on this card here, it's water, a water sign. And water is about emotions. But the King of Cups is very good and balanced about handling his emotions. Although he has them, he just is very mature in the way that he handles his emotions. Just looking here, the fish smiling up at him. He's got this spyglass kind of looking out onto the horizon. So he's able to use his emotions wisely and able to look towards the future and use his feelings in a wise way, and not maybe like in an immature way, like with the Knight of Cups or the Page of Cups. We're just going to see here if in this particular deck, if it had anything a little bit different to say. So it's actually saying that this cup that he's holding here, this cup is a cup of kindness. Yeah, so just I feel like maybe one of your strengths is that you are very mature with your emotions. You are able to use your wisdom and everything to see into the future, to use your intuition to be able to help people or guide people through just by instinct with your emotions. And then this here, the gibbous moon, it says you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like whatever he's looking for here with the spyglass, it's close. Let's see what else we have here. I was going to pull a Urban Crow Oracle. What are your strengths? What are your strengths? Pile number 1. Whoosh, 2 cards. We have commitment. And we have displacement. The King of Cups is a very a king who is good with commitment. So maybe that is one of your strengths, is you're good with your relationships. You're a steady person who can be relied upon. And just because this says the king, it doesn't have to mean that you're a man. It just means that the energy is masculine. So you can take it however it resonates, but that it doesn't mean that the king, that you're a man. But you can still be a very emotionally mature individual and someone who sees the value in relationships and is able to have that emotional maturity within relationships. Maybe you're a good friend or you're a good partner with that. With the displacement card, I feel like you are able to help people when they're going through a difficult time. You're able to have empathy and kind of understand what they're going through, maybe because you've already been through a lot in your past. So you know how to help people through, or how people are feeling, or what they're going through. You're able to tap into that. So that makes you a really good friend and partner, and someone who can understand what other people are going through, or put yourself in their shoes and be able to be there for them and understand what that's like. Let's get you, I'm going to get you a green garden, or I'm sorry, a garden dragons card. Garden dragons. What are your strengths? What are your strengths? Pile number 1. So we got the Lucky Clover Dragon. It says luck. And we got the Carrot Dragon, which says observe. This Lucky Clover Dragon, it's got a rainbow here behind it, and these little ladybugs sitting on the clovers. So I feel like with this, maybe one of your strengths is that you're a very positive person. Maybe you always look towards the bright side, or you help other people look towards the bright side. And that's why you're getting the luck card. It just has a very, very happy feel to it. And then with the carrot dragon, the observe, I feel like that goes along here with the King of Cups, with his spyglass, with you being able to use your emotional intelligence to look towards the future, and to be able to put yourself and empathize with other people and put yourself in their shoes. You can just kind of look at a situation and know what needs to be done or what those people are feeling, and able to help them through that. So I think that's what that one's for. And then I just want to get, let's see here, these tea fortune cards, tea leaf cards, kind of see if anything else comes through for what are your strengths, pile number 1. So we got the bow. It says you're highly thought of. What are your strengths, pile number 1? And caterpillar. It says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So with this bow card, I'm definitely getting that you're somebody that people look up to. They can kind of tell that you have this ability to tap into your emotions and be empathetic. So you're highly thought of. A lot of people look to you for guidance and for advice or for support, kind of with the commitment card. So that's something people really, they notice it about you and come to you with that. On the caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So just like a caterpillar who changes into a butterfly, there's that transformation, that beauty that comes out of it. So I feel like you're able to adapt, you're able to learn from your past, maybe even learn from what others have gone through and use that to kind of avoid problems or learn from other people's mistakes. So yeah, I think that is what your strengths are, pile number 1. If you like this reading, if you would like to go ahead and give me a like, I would appreciate it. And if you want to, you can stay tuned and see how the other readings go. But let's see what we have for pile number 2. All right, pile number 2, those of you who picked this Jasper Heart and the Fountain Tarot, this will be your reading. We're going to see what are your strengths, pile number 2. So what are your strengths? Oof. We got the World. Let's go ahead and get you a Moonology Oracle. What are your strengths, pile number 2? We have the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. So what are your strengths, pile number 2? In this card there, we see she's sitting on top of the world, as it were. The world is about cycles. It's about completion. It's about journey. It's the journey. I feel like maybe you have a lot of experience with the world. Maybe you've traveled a lot. Maybe you've been through a lot. You've had a lot of life experiences. I feel like this makes you a strong person and gives you an outlook on the world that is different than other people's, which allows you to be a guide. With the waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. I feel like maybe you know that there's more to life than just, working or different pursuits that a lot of people would consider, the main thing. I feel like you've been around enough that you realize that you have to have dreams and that following those dreams is important. Just looking at this card, there's little honeybees on the card. Honeybees are hard workers, but they also are able to work in a community and work well with each other. Let's see what else we have here. Get you a Urban Crow Tarot. What are your strengths, pile number 2? What are your strengths? I'm just looking too. She's sitting on here. She's balanced. I feel like maybe you have a lot of balance, or you've learned how to balance your life out. The balance between being a responsible human being and also having dreams and being able to follow your heart. Displacement. This one came out in pile number 1. I feel like you know that when things look messy or displaced, or when things go wrong and it seems like that everything is just messed up and horrible, your life experiences have taught you that it's a cycle, that sometimes bad things that happen lead to really good things, or sometimes they're actually for the better in the long run. Let's get you a garden dragon. What are some of your strengths, pile number 2? Cherry dragon. It says grace. Yeah, I feel like you just have this aura about you of wisdom and knowledge, and that people look up to you, and you have this kind of grace that you go through the world with. that other people find really attractive. There's a butterfly on this card too. Yeah, there's a butterfly here and a butterfly here. And butterflies, you know, are about transformation. And they start out as the caterpillar, and then they kind of emerge as this beautiful butterfly. So I feel like that ties in with everything that you've been through and your experiences you've come through, and now you're this beautiful butterfly that just has this grace that other people who maybe their life is kind of in chaos, to them they are in wonder and they don't know how you're doing it. Let me get, these are the tea leaf fortune cards. Let me see what we get for you. For what are some of your strengths, pile number 2. You got the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. Maybe you're good with money. Maybe you're good at handling money or managing your money. And that's something that other people kind of look to you at all with. They don't know how to do that. Sometimes they feel displaced with it. Maybe you're really good at communicating, or you're very patient. This bird's just kind of perched here on the branch, waiting for news, but it's not being anxious. He's just kind of sitting there. He's got his head tucked in. Just, okay, this is how it is. I know that this is just a cycle and that eventually everything is going to work out. I was just looking, it kind of looks like the same little cherry blossoms here on this that's on your cherry dragon. Maybe that has some kind of significance for you. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. I hope that resonated. If it did, if you want to go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Also, if there's any topics or anything you guys would like to see me cover, if you would put that in the comments, I'd appreciate it. I'm pretty new to starting the channel and could use some ideas. So anytime any of you have any ideas like that, if you put it in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. But let's see what we have for pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3, this is your reading for what are your strengths, those of you that picked this adorable little sleeping fox that I just love. And we have here the Light Seers Tarot. So let's find out what are your strengths, pile number 3. What are your strengths? We have 2 cards. Ooh, hold on, we have 3. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands, the Strength card, and the 7 of Swords. I don't know if you can see, this is a really pretty Ace of Wands. She's kind of got this flame in her mind, or in her third eye there. Strength card. And the 7 of Swords. Let's get you a Moonology Oracle card. What are your strengths, pile number 3? You have the full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. I feel like pile number 3, you're a very passionate individual. I feel like in all aspects of your life. You kind of like go all in. You know what you want. You go after it. And that can be a really good strength for you. You actually got the Strength card. In the normal deck, there's a woman that's trying to tame a lion. She's kind of, well, the lion is tame. She's standing there. Usually she has her hand on the lion or her hand in its mouth. On this card, the woman is half the lion. So I feel like you have this inner strength. You have this side of you that can be fierce when it needs to be. But at the same time, she's got this pendant on with this heart around her neck and the lamb here. You have like this perfect balance of your passion and your strength and going for what you want. But at the same time, you haven't lost the softer side of you. It hasn't made you callous. With the 7 of Swords, let me see here. I just want to see if this particular deck has anything different to say about the 7 of Swords in this deck. Yeah, I feel like with this card, sometimes this card can mean like deception or betrayal, but I feel like that's not what it means for here because we're asking what your strengths are. I feel like for you, it is about being strategic about what you want. Like I said, you know what you want, you go after it. You can be very strategic in getting what you want and making the moves to make that happen. The book here mentions about being grateful for the resources that you have, being able to move silently and quickly. So I feel that's how it applies to you. That's how it's your strength. That you use it to help you get what you want, be that go-getter, go after the things that you want, make stuff happen. You may even be a boss or a leader of some kind, or in charge of a group of people, leading a team. Kind of getting that here with the show the world the real you. You might even be an Aquarius. This all kind of feels like an Aquarius energy to me. You're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. And even if that's different than what the norm is, or, you know, what other people say, but you know that it's right, and so then you stand up for it. And I feel that that is one of your strengths. Let's go ahead and get you a Urban Crow Oracle and find out what are some of your strengths, pile number 3. What are your strengths? Mimicry. There's a crow here sitting in a branch. I don't know if you know a lot about crows and ravens, but they're very, very intelligent. They have the intelligence of about a 7-year-old, and they are able to solve puzzles and do things. They are able to mimic the sounds of things. So I feel like you are a very intelligent individual, and you're able to use that, just like with the 7 of Swords, in a strategic way, to make things happen. You're able to learn from others, and able to, maybe somebody can just show you something once and you pick it up, or you're able to just watch somebody do something and then you know how to do it. I'm kind of getting that's the type of talent that you have. Let's get one of the garden dragons. What are your strengths? Pile number 3. Yeah, this is totally what I was saying. So you got the coconut dragon. The coconut dragon is multitask. So you are good at multitasking. Yeah, I really feel like if you're a boss or a leader or someone in charge of a group of people, I feel like you're really good at it. Maybe you can manage yourself, manage your own business. You are that person that can multitask and pick up new things really quickly. You're passionate about it. I think that helps drive that in you. So yeah, I feel that those are your strengths, pile number 3. I got the other piles, a tea leaf fortune cards. Let me get one of those for you. What are some of your strengths? Just see if anything else comes through. You got the boot. It says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So yes, you know what you have to do to put the work in, to make it happen, to get it done. You don't mind increasing your efforts if you know that it means that you're going to be able to meet your goals. You're going to be able to make it happen. So yes, pile number 3. That's what I have for you, and that's your strengths. If you liked this video, if you would like to give it a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you have any ideas or anything else that you would like me to see, like me to do a reading on, if you would go ahead and put that in the comments. I'm open for ideas. It's a new channel for me. But that's all that I have for you guys. Until next time. Bye.